we are starting out today. By the way, if you're new here, hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. We're starting out with a light lunch for summertime. We are doing, I mean, it's got great protein, but it is so simple. Okay, so I've got a little bit of basil here that I've just torn. I also have 2 slices of bread, one for me, one for Steven. This is from Wild Grain. It's their croissant loaf. I love this because all you do is either pop in the toaster, or what we're gonna do today is put it on a skillet. But you can just use what you need and then keep the rest frozen. It's great. I love, love, love that croissant loaf. But because our pieces of bread are pretty small, we don't need many cherry tomatoes, but these are cherry tomatoes from our garden, and I am going to slice them in half. All right, we got that. Now we need a little bit of lemon zest. I've got my skillet over there on the stovetop starting to heat up to about medium. We don't need a lot of lemon zest since we're not making a lot of this, so that's probably good. I don't want to overpower it, you know, do a little bit more. Okay, that's all we need for now. Our other main ingredient is over here, but let's go pop this onto the stovetop. Okay, in your pan, you could do butter if you want to. I'm gonna do some Tuscan herb infused olive oil. It's not gonna take much at all, just like a teaspoon for each piece of bread. So I'm going to pop my bread right on top of that, and we're gonna let that start heating up on that side. While that starts to heat up, and it's not gonna take long at all, we need to mix up our main ingredient for the toast. I love this ingredient. I'll just eat it with a spoon. My friend Tabby can attest. She's been over here before where I'm just eating it with a spoon. I know some people are funny about it, and that's okay, I get it, but it's very high in protein. It's, oh my gosh, y'all. So we're gonna be using cottage cheese. This is the full fat kind, I think. I meant to grab the low fat, but here we are. Here we are, folks. I need a little bowl. Now, let's mix this cottage cheese. We're gonna do a good bit of it just because I love cottage cheese. Let's mix that with our lemon zest and a crack of black pepper. And you can't forget the garlic powder. I love cottage cheese. I feel like it's so versatile. It can go sweet, it can go savory. All right, let's mix that together. We're just gonna set that to the side. Let's go check on our toast. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes on this side. Let's check it. Oh, we're getting some color there. Let's turn that over. And I did just do these from frozen, which is how you normally do wild grain bread, which is great. All right, so let's give that a couple minutes on that side. And then we're gonna use the same skillet for something else too. Okay, so on the other side, it did not take nearly as long, you see that? So that looks perfect. Let's pull that off. Nice and toasty, pun intended. Okay, this is pretty dry, so let's add just another drizzle of that Tuscan herb olive oil. We don't need a lot. And here to that same skillet, in go our tomatoes. Ooh, it's popping all over the place. It probably popped you. Let's back you up. Back it up. So what we're wanting to do is just kind of burst these. I turned the heat down because it was a little toasty, for real. We're just wanting to warm these through and burst them, and they're gonna go on top of our cottage cheese on the toast. Okay, this is only taking just a couple of minutes, and they're just about ready. Let's assemble, shall we? Okay, on top of our toast, first we're gonna go in with our cottage cheese. Plenty of protein in that. This, I feel like, is just the perfect little summer lunch. Do some fresh veggies and or fruit. Man, yeah. All right, I'm gonna taste this because it just looks good. Confirmed, it is good. Now let's take our tomatoes and pop them on top. We're all over the plate, you know, whichever. That little basil that I tore into pieces, let's put that on there. You could do, if you don't wanna do basil, maybe some dill, fresh dill would be good. You could do parsley, that's not gonna have too much of flavor, but I was gonna say cilantro, but I don't know about the flavor there. But whatever you can find and whatever you desire. Now, some balsamic glaze, just to take it up a notch, you know? And that is lunch or dinner or a snack. Hello, sir.
How are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's good to see you again.
Ah, it's been like 10 minutes, hasn't it?
It has been.
A long time.
That looks scrumptious. Wow, sweetheart.
Yeah,
That
ain't
looks
it pretty?
really good. Mmm.
Yeah.
Man, that smells delicious.
It really does. All right, you ready?
What is that on top? Is that basil or something?
Uh-huh.
Mmm. Little balsamic glaze, maybe?
A little bit.
Okay, and then that's a little bit of, got some tomatoes and let's just get in here.
Uh-huh.
Mmm, good job. That's amazing.
Here's the thing.
That basil, that is amazing.
That lemon zest mixed in with the cottage cheese brightens it.
Yes, it sure does.
Just enough. You can taste that lemon zest coming through.
Yeah, I mean, you can almost taste everything. Like you can pick out the balsamic glaze, definitely the cheese texture and everything, but everything gets all mixed in that cheese. So what do they call these again when you put the toppings on top? What's it called?
I don't know. I was just making.
Oh, there's a special name for it. I forgot.
This would be great for lunch or a little snack
yeah.
or appetizers or.
For sure.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic little
It is
snack.
super
here.
tasty.
This is like an upscale snack.
With a lot of protein. That's what I'm talking about.
I never would have thought that I would be liking cottage cheese as much as I do.
Ever since we started making those ground beef, cottage cheese, sweet potato bowls, he's been loving cottage cheese.
I have just turned around on that.
I'm telling you what.
This is really, really good.
You know what? If you didn't want to go the balsamic route, you could do hot honey over this and it would be good too.
You could, and it would be delicious. Great job. This basil on top, man, I'm telling you what, that makes it like gourmet.
I know, it's so fancy. You know, like us. All right, so there you go. There is a great summer snack or lunch. And even if you don't like cottage cheese, give it a try. You might be surprised. Good morning. It is morning here. I've got several things I need to film today, so I thought I would get started with this one, not because it's a breakfast, because it's not, but it's a dip, and I feel like it's a good one, so let's make it. I started the morning out by frying up some bacon on the stovetop. I've already got that done. We're gonna crumble that here in just a couple of minutes. But we are making a skinny poolside dip. It is a BLT dip. I'm not making the full amount. I'm gonna be making enough to put in this, which I feel like, you know, I feel like this is still too big for the amount I'm making. Let me look for a smaller dish. Hang on, found it. So this is from a set that I've had for several years now, but I thought this one would be a better size because I'm not gonna make the full amount because I've been cooking so much lately. I'm trying not to have too much food, AKA too much waste around here. And I say waste because there's only 3 of us and 2 of us are really watching what we eat, so we're not eating nearly as much. So I just don't want to make too much, you know? As always, I'll have the recipe below, so if you're wanting to make this for like the normal amount, then all of those measurements will be below. I'm going to chop up some lettuce, because obviously if this is a BLT, we've got to have bacon, lettuce, and tomato. And you want this to be pretty small pieces of lettuce because this is a dip, so it needs to be able to fit on a chip, or in my case, like a pita cracker. The other thing I need to chop up is a tomato. This is one from our garden. We planted our garden a little early this year, so I feel like our tomatoes are already, well, at least our cherry tomatoes are already slowing down a good bit. We don't have quite as many, which is fine. We were having to give away so many of them. We just planted 2 cherry tomato plants, but my goodness, they produced. Okay, so now we've got both of those chopped up and I've got lettuce all over me. The other thing we need to do is crumble our bacon. I've got like 7 or 8 pieces of bacon here. I cut them in half just in case you can't tell. But I'm going to kind of work on this and I'll be right back once I get all of this crumbled up. We're gonna mix some of this into the dip and then a lot of it will be on top as well. So let's start mixing the dip portion. Okay, for our dip portion, I think the original recipe would use this entire tub of low-fat cream cheese. We're gonna use half of it. So I'm gonna use about 4 ounces, but remember this is skinny. So we're using the lower fat cream cheese because cream cheese is super high in fat. So about half of this. And then we need about a 1/4 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. Good protein in there. We need a little bit of shredded cheese. We already had some on hand, some of this pre-shredded. And I feel like you almost need pre-shredded for this because when you shred your own, it can kind of clump up a little bit. We don't need a ton. This is the taco kind, just what I had on hand. And then you can season this. So I think it mentions onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, salt. I'm gonna use this honey ranch from Spice Titan. So it's got buttermilk, honey, pink Himalayan salt, spices, onion, garlic. I mean, I figured that would probably be pretty good. So I'm just gonna add some of that in there to flavor this. And let's stir all of that around. We're also gonna add some of those bacon crumbles, like I mentioned. We're gonna put those in here too. That way you will for sure get that bacon flavor all throughout. Let's taste this and see if I need to season it anymore. I'm gonna add a little more of this. It's got a good flavor already. Okay, very simple. So take your dip, put it in the base here. I feel like even just that is perfect. Would be great. Lick the spoon, because obviously. Then we're gonna make it our BLT, so. Do you see this beauty? Look at that. Oh, I am so excited. We have extra bacon left over here. Don't worry, I'll eat it. Okay, for a taste test, you get me. Steven he's got our nephew, and they went to the track to go run, I believe. They're working out together. So I am gonna do the taste test. I'll have Steven taste it later, and we'll see if he'll do a taste test on camera for you. I'm serving this with the sea salt pita chips. I love these. And I love how sturdy they are too, so it's really easy to dig in. Should I just dig? I feel like I should just dig straight in. Okay, got a little bit of bacon, a little tomato, lettuce, all the things. Here we go. That's like a BLT, for real. Wow, the cream cheese yogurt blend seasoned perfectly, super creamy, and then paired with these crackers, I mean, it's a BLT. Okay, kind of regretting not making more. I could always make more if I wanted to, but this would be a huge hit for sure. Serve this at any potluck or picnic you're doing this summer. It's a very summery dish.
Oh, that looks like some cream cheese.
Yeah, there's cream cheese in there for sure. But it's a BLT dip. I'm gonna eat some more.
All about some BLTs. Get involved.
I am. Thank you.
Look here, I got to have bacon on mine.
Mine's got bacon in it too. The bacon is mixed into the cream cheese as well.
That's a BLT. Man, I've never had a dip like this before.
It's good, ain't it?
Yeah, good. That cream cheese ain't bad either.
Oh.
Man, yeah, man, there's something about tomato and bacon.
I know.
It makes that cream cheese, that is special. Man, what you talking about? Get out of my way.
You in that cabinet door. Do you want to move over here? Do you want me to fight the cabinet door?
No. Are you trying to say you can fight it better than me?
I don't know, maybe.
But this is delicious. Nice touch there with the BLT dip.
Yeah.
It tastes just like a BLT.
It really does.
BLT without the BLT. Or BLT without the sandwich.
Yeah, pita.
Pita.
Anytime I hear pita, I think of Hunger Games. Wasn't that his name? It wasn't spelled like this, pita, but anytime I hear pita, that's who I think of. We're just going to chow down. Y'all have you a good day. We'll see you later. I am currently cutting up a watermelon. Well, about half of a seedless watermelon. And we're going to be using that in our next recipe. We are making a watermelon feta salad. And you know what? I also need to cut up some onion and marinate that. So let me abandon the watermelon for just a second and let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna do some sliced red onion, very thinly sliced. That's probably enough. So let's add that to this small bowl. Okay, now I need a lime and we're gonna squeeze lime juice over that. I'm gonna pop this lime in the microwave for just a second. That is supposed to help get the juices flowing, so hopefully that worked. Let's squeeze that over top of, oh yeah, there we go. And then do a little bit more. I'm just doing the whole lime because why not? But we're gonna let this kind of sit in the lime juice while I finish up cutting up our watermelon. Okay, I cut up half of our watermelon into bite-sized chunks. I think this is pretty much the whole recipe. I thought I was kind of cutting it in half, but yeah, there's no way it meant for you to do an entire watermelon. This looks about right. So we've got these marinating. We also need to chop up some cilantro. Now, if you prefer, you can do mint instead of cilantro. If you're not a big cilantro fan, that's fine. But I love cilantro and I think it's gonna really pop in this. So that's what we're going with. So let's just chop this up. It's gonna take me just a second to work through this. I want it pretty fine so we don't get any large chunks in a bite, you know? Okay, I believe that's all the chopping we need to do. Let's assemble our salad. Just kidding. I knew something didn't look right. I was missing my English cucumber. So we need to chop this into really small pieces. Should I get my chopper out? That way I don't have to stand here and do that. I think I probably should. So let's do that. But I don't even know that I need the whole thing though. I should cut these in half so it won't be huge pieces of cucumber. Okay, let me grab my chopper. Okay, so let's just use the little chopper here and dice these into small pieces. And then we're done. Beautiful. That was much better than me standing here doing it. Now let's assemble our salad. So let's pull our watermelon over here, add our cucumber in. Yeah, we definitely just needed this half of the cucumber. I feel like the whole cucumber would have been a little too much. Then let's add in our cilantro. We're going to salt it just a little bit. You don't have to add a lot of salt because we are going to be adding some feta cheese crumbles and that has salt in it. We're also going to add just a little bit of black pepper. There we go. Y'all, everything's better with feta, okay? It's so good. I'm gonna add in about half of this thing of feta and we'll just kind of see. But let's toss that together. Now our onions have been kind of marinating in this lime juice. Let's pour that over top, mix that around. Talk about a perfect summer salad.
You cut out the watermelon.
Well, half of it. The other half is sitting over there.
You did good.
I know. So yeah, let's dig into this. Oh, I didn't take a picture of it. You get us some utensils. I'm gonna take a picture of it real quick.
I'm gonna get a spoonular.
Spoonular.
You think a spoon will be all right?
That'll be all right. We're just gonna dig in it. Here. Let me put it in a bowl.
It's very refreshing. It smells delicious too.
All right. Yeah.
Feta cheese on mine.
And get some cucumber.
Well,
I think maybe a fork might have been a better idea, but here we are. You ready?
Yeah.
Tink.
Babe. That cilantro in there, that is really delicious. And there's some citrusiness going on here too.
There's some lime juice in there.
It's very good. Try some of this feta cheese now. Oh yeah, little salty bite from the feta cheese with the watermelon.
You got the sweet and the salty.
Oh yeah.
That's so good.
That is really good. I love salt on my watermelon.
I do too.
So the feta cheese is a nice touch. It adds a little pinch of a bite to it.
I did add a little salt
nibble.
too.
The onion with this too.
You like that?
Yeah, it's not too much, you know. You got cucumber in here too. Man, you're going with all the succulents.
Okay, y'all. That one's a hit. I love that. The other thing that people add to watermelon is it called tahini seasoning? Do I have some? Do we have tahini?
I don't know what that is. You know what I mean, tahini.
I don't think we do. No, we don't. But a lot of people say that putting tahini on watermelon is really good because I think it's got a little bit of a spice to it almost. So, but anyway, either way.
That is really good. And
This
I
is
needed
delicious.
some watermelon too.
Yeah.
I needed some
He did a lot of workout.
electrolytes.
He did a lot of a big workout earlier today, so he needs some extra electrolytes. So, but this is delicious. We have come to the portion of the video where I'm about to make something that even I am not sure I'm gonna like, but I feel like it's worth it to give it a shot. We love making homemade ice cream, but you know, homemade ice cream, any ice cream, fattening, very fattening, has a lot of sugar, all the things. So I found a recipe for cottage cheese ice cream, and we're gonna give it a shot. I love me some cottage cheese, but we're gonna add some protein powder to it too, so it's gonna be super protein packed because the cottage cheese and the protein powder, but I'm a little bit scared.
On the concern side.
I am too. I think if we weren't, it would be unusual.
It would be.
So
Unusual is a good word. Oof. What is that?
vanilla extract.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna make it in this because I'm making a small amount. I'm only gonna do pretty much, it's like 2 servings. So I ain't trying to make a big batch of this with us not knowing how it's gonna go.
I love you, sweetie.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Very simple, but we're gonna blend it up. If you have, what's that called? The Ninja Creamy. You could, oh, we are zoomed in, peeps. If you have the Ninja Creamy, you can use that, but I don't, so we're just gonna use a blender cup. Let's get started. We need a cup of cottage cheese. There is measurements in this container, so I can just use that. Kind of see where we're at. Now we need to sweeten it. You can either use maple syrup or honey. I've got this honey here. It says to use 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna do about 1.5, I guess. That honey is so good. Steven's cousin gave us this honey when we were over at his house on July 4th, and it is so good. Okay, let's see. I think it's just like a splash of vanilla extract. Okay, and now, optional, is to add in protein powder. I have this protein powder that I use. I've been using for, I don't know, 6 months, maybe a year now. It's this Transparent Labs, and it is the chocolate peanut butter. So we're gonna try a scoop of that. Maybe not a whole scoop. I don't know, maybe a whole scoop. Almost a whole scoop. Ooh, the amount of doubt in me right now, y'all. Okay, I think that's everything that we need to add. Yep, so let's just blend this until it's smooth. And then I'll need to put it in a container to put in the freezer. And then I'll be back in a few hours and we'll kind of see. We'll see what we got. Y'all, look, it won't even come down to the bottom. Fall down. Nope, it's stuck up at the top. Oh my gosh. Oh, not all of the powder is completely dissolved, so let's do that again. It is completely dissolved now. It looks like pudding. I ain't gonna lie, it looks like pudding. So let me put it in a small container. Let me get another spoon. Actually, let me get a spatula. If we end up liking this, I mean, what a blessing. What a great thing, because it's much better for you than regular ice cream. I can't really smell it. I'm gonna smell it here in just a second. But I sincerely have my doubts on this one. You're gonna have to tell me below if you've tried this or a version of this and what you thought. Y'all, this may be the first big disaster ever on this channel that I'm actually putting in a video. So this is going in the freezer, and I'll see y'all in a couple of hours or few hours when we give it a try.
I'm scared.
Maggie Moo, what do you think?
Maggie, Maggie Moo, where are you?
Yeah, I only made a small amount.
That's a good thing. It's like ice cream. I'm frightened. Here, let me hear that sound.
You ready?
I think so.
I'm not.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go.
It tastes like a frozen protein shake.
The consistency is weird.
It does have some redeemable qualities. It does have an ice cream flavor to it. I guess because of the vanilla extract. Hey there, Betty.
And some honey. I put the sweetness of the honey in there.
It's sweet,
You sound like some.
but it has this like almost like a chalky texture to it, which is because of that protein shake.
The protein powder, yeah.
Right. What else is in it?
It's cottage cheese, protein powder, vanilla extract, and honey.
So it's the protein powder plus the cottage cheese that's probably giving it that texture. Kind of a chalky texture. It's not overly so, but it's just enough to kind of make you go.
It is not bad.
That being said,
It is not bad.
it's not bad. It's definitely a refreshing way to, I guess, eat a protein shake, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. And I would not say, oh, I'm going to have my ice cream now and it be this. That's not what this is to me.
No.
I would definitely say it's more like a frozen protein shake.
It doesn't have a bad aftertaste to it either.
No. It doesn't taste like cottage cheese.
No. I wouldn't have not have known that.
You never would
I
have
would
known it was
not have
cottage
known
cheese.
it was cottage cheese. It's got more of a, I would say it's just got a milky, like a
It's
milk.
creamy.
Like a milk ice cream.
Okay, he was talking about, it's
You know
kind of
what I mean?
that chalky. There is some of that chalkiness, but it is also creamy. I feel like it's pretty balanced. It's just a little more,
Yeah.
it's not as creamy as normal ice cream. But your protein count is much higher in this, and your sugar count is much lower. So it's actually a really good thing.
You've got to sort of compromise some here. Is it a decent compromise? I think so. I think for a nice, dessert that you don't
A guilt-free dessert.
Guilt-free, yeah.
Yeah.
Load up on protein, something that cools you down, especially in the Hummer. Especially in the Hummer, okay? When you're in your Hummer, you want to cool down.
Especially in the Hummer.
I guess I blended hot.
Hot
and
summer, yeah.
It's a Hummer.
Good. And if you are really wanting a high protein snack that's ice cream-ish, this is good. Would I say that I'm going to make it all the time? No, but I'm not opposed to making it again.
Yeah, I'd like to try some different flavors. I think
Yeah.
a berry flavor might be interesting. Maybe put some
Or
berries
a
in there.
vanilla one would be good too, I think.
Vanilla, yeah.
And you could even put like some chocolate chips in there.
Yeah, I'm just not big on chocolate. Berries, I think, would do a lot better with this. Because I think the acidity in the berries would kind of help some of that chalky.
Well, yeah, like a strawberry protein shake powder.
Something.
I could see that.
But like, put some strawberries
I'm
in
going to be
there.
honest with you. The more bites I take, the more I like it.
You do you, boo.
It ain't bad.
Not bad. I would say give it a try. Maybe take some inspiration with it and kind of make some of your own things,
Maggie.
It's definitely something to play around with for sure.
Hey, little girl. That's
She is
my
very vocal this afternoon.
That's my little girl. I know. I felt the same way about it. I did.
Hey, Daddy.
This is. Look at this little baby.
He's just the cutest.
I love this little girl.
Are you sweet Gil?
You want to get down, precious?
Yep. There you have it. That is 4 recipes that are perfect for the summertime. The ultimate question is, will you be trying this? I have a feeling that most of you are going to say no. And honestly, I don't blame you. But the more bites I took, the more I liked it. And it doesn't taste like cottage cheese. So there you go. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. That helps out my channel. If you aren't already subscribed, become a family member of the channel and hit that subscribe button before you go. We love y'all. We thank you so much for being here week in and week out. And we will see you next time. Bye, y'all.